Hi, everybody, and welcome to the introduction of market research. So, have you ever been surveyed online, in a store, over the phone, or even at school? Have you done the Coke Pepsi challenge or been part of a focus group? All of that is what we consider to be market research. It's researching information about our product, about our company, about our brand to find out, what do people like? What don't they like? What should we do better? So, what is market research? It's the process of defining a marketing problem or an opportunity, collecting and analyzing of information. The goal is to recommend marketing initiatives to improve a product, right? So, we want to make our product or our company or our brand better. So, we're going to do some research to find out how we could do that. It can be general, so a company's brand image, or very specific about a product's key features. There's two different kinds of market research that we're going to take a look at. There's secondary research, which is taking a look at research that somebody has already done for us. So, for example, the government does a census every year. Do you know what a census is? It's when they survey the community members, and it's mandatory, and to find out who lives in the home, what your ethnicity is, what your age is, what your income is, and a little bit about your family. They collect all of this information, they put it into what they call a census, and then they provide that information to the public, right? So it's not going to necessarily be very specific about your family. It's not going to be like, Miller family has 2 people and this is their address. It's going to be in general. The city of Burlington has this population, this many men, this many women, this many that are gender neutral, this many that have single families, this many that have dual parents, this many children. So it's that kind of information. And they do that for every community in all of Canada. And we're able to access that information if we need it. Primary research is research that we do ourselves. This is when a company will hire a market research company, or they'll do it internally, and they'll create their own surveys for information that they want specifically to their own company or their own product. So some of the different primary research methods that we use are questionnaires. So maybe you've done these in some of your other classes. They sometimes do interviews where they'll take that information from the questionnaires and maybe they'll start interviewing specific people in their target market. Maybe it's a focus group where they bring in several people together and they have a conversation with them, and everybody kind of bounces ideas off of each other and they collect information that way. Maybe it's test marketing. Here, try my product. What do you think about it? So it's actually testing a product. So the Coke Pepsi challenge might be there. Or if you've ever tested a product in a store and they've asked you questions about what you think of the flavor or the color or the price, that would be test marketing. And sometimes they just do telephone surveys. So they'll call you up and they'll be like, do you have 2 minutes for a survey? And then that turns into 20 minutes. Some of the advantages of market research, well, this helps us find out information about our product. It allows us to create a strategic plan, forecast for the future, develop a new product, maybe find out if, people find our product a little bit too salty, or they don't like the packaging, they don't like the price. That commercial is a little bit offensive. So we do all of this kind of market research to find out more about our product. But what are the disadvantages? Well, the information is only as good as the methodology for getting it, right? So it's only as good as what we get. It can sometimes be inaccurate or unreliable, as we'll see in a minute. The results might not be what the business wants to hear. Maybe they poured millions of dollars into creating this product, and the research shows nobody wants it or nobody likes it. And it could stifle some initiative and gut feeling. Maybe you feel like your product is really, really good, but the market research shows that it isn't. So you don't get the funding or the money to put it forward, only to find out that your competitor did it and stole that market from you. It's always a problem that we may never know enough to be sure. So you could do as much market research as possible, but it may never be enough. It's also very, very costly to do market research. Let's take a look. We're only going to be able to watch about a minute of this, but how market research could actually fail.
This debate was a major television event, and there's pressure to appear to know what's going on, to be informed. So we went out on the streets this afternoon. We asked people what they thought of the debate last night. Of course, the debate wasn't last night. It was tonight, and this was done hours before the candidates took the stage. So there's no way any of these people should have an opinion on what happened, but did that stop them from weighing in? Oh, no, it did not. In debate edition of Eyewitness News.
So the big news today was last night's debate. Who do you think did a better job, Hillary Clinton or Donald Trump?
I think Hillary Clinton did, actually. She made a lot more valid points, but Donald Trump had his valid points as well.
What impressed you the most about Hillary Clinton's performance last night at the debate?
Impressed me.
Her poise, her confidence.
I liked her poise. She was very, poiseful.
What did you think of that moment when Donald Trump challenged Hillary to do pull-ups on that pull-up bar he brought out?
I thought it was funny because, Hillary, I could barely do a pull-up.
But she did.
Yeah, right. So she proved it wrong. So, he's just, kind of ignorant. He just wants to, he's all about, showcasing.
Were you surprised last night during the debate when Donald Trump said he'd only use nuclear weapons if he was real pissed off?
That'll be more than just his call. He's going to have some good advisors. And I think,
Okay, I have to stop it there because I'm going to run out of time. But as you can see, people will often lie if you ask them a question so that they can appear knowledgeable. So if you ask somebody, have you tried this new cereal? Isn't it really good? They might lie just to be liked, right? And to feel like they're in the know. So you have to be really careful with your marketing product research to make sure that people are actually know what you're talking about. And you have to be able to filter through that, or else you can get false information. So why are good survey questions important? Well, you can't have leading questions. The interviewer for that particular Jimmy Kimmel was leading them on with questions like Hillary Clinton's poise. Well, you can't do that because then people are going to tend to want to agree with you, or they'll just go along with what they think is the right answer. So what is wrong with leading the consumer to the answer? Well, as you saw, they're going to lie. Not everybody. Some people might say, actually, I didn't watch the debate last night, or isn't the debate tonight? So you don't want to lead consumers to answer the question. You really want to find out their honest opinion. So what could surveyors do to make sure that they don't get false answers? Well, what do you think? How do you word a question right? So you got to maybe make the question and then stop there without providing them with answers, or give them the opportunity to say, I don't know, or I didn't watch it, or I haven't actually tried it. So to make sure that you're not getting false information, because taking that false information could actually have huge significant impact on the results of your survey. All right, guys, that's it for now. We will be doing a market research project, and I'm going to have some more information about market research for you. So keep an eye out for that. Have a great day.